is pressing in the 2 lots of bearings into the uprights, also known as kingpin bearings. So we've got 2, one that goes in from the top and another one that goes in from the bottom. Due to the awkward shape of this, we're going to be using a G-clamp press and a rattle gun just to push them through. So you just find the right press fittings and then get them both in. Again, these both have been frozen. We'll grease up the top one. The bottom one's already been pre-greased. And make sure part numbers are facing outwards. So you see a blue ring, that one will face down. And then the top one will just be facing up. So you just look for the part numbers. So we'll work through that now. We'll put a bit of grease on this top bearing. I hate this job.
It's good watching you. It's good watching you do that.
It's my apprenticeship days. Beautiful. Now the bottom one. So you'll see a little lip on the inside, and it'll bottom out once it gets to the bottom. So there's a section at the base, so it won't press anymore. going. Keep going. Done. Alright. Beautiful. And that's all pressed in on the bottom. So now we've got the grease cap for the bottom section. This one needs, I think, a little bit of a love tap just to get seated properly. So something flat. Don't hit the rubber seal, there's a hard plastic that sits next to it, so aim for that. I think we used a socket last time. That worked anyway. So it should be seated perfectly there now. So that's ready to assemble with our knuckle. So I'll get that now. Alright, now we're going to put the two pieces together. We've got our upright and then our assembled knuckle. So, Ryan, do you want to hold the knuckle for us? Yep. So we're just going to feed this through the top, like so. Perfect, like that. And then we'll just rest it down here for a second. Because then we've got this top thread here. So we're going to add a bit of Loctite. We've got another washer and then a 17mm nut that'll sit on top. I've tried to find the torque specs for this. Everything on the forums wasn't clear. It just said do it as tight as you can. So sorry I'm not as more accurate than that. So we'll do that now. Make sure you grease the shaft before it goes in the knuckle. Doesn't need to be too crazy, just an insurance. Left is the grease cap on top. So we'll fill that with a bit of grease and just give it a love tap with the hammer, and then that'll seal that in nicely. And then we can put it on the car with all the other nice shiny Gktech arms. All right, that's the assembled knuckle. The only thing that's missing is this back section, which we'll talk to now, because you do need to mount the lower control arm first, which is what I found out last night. So we'll show you how that works now. So we'll move across to the car now.